If the question is what is periodic table, then the answer is that periodic table is the arrangements of the chemical elements in a table. Or in fact, you can say that periodic table is the conceptual diagram of the properties of elements. So both answers are correct. So you can say in one sentence that periodic table is the arrangements of the properties of elements in a table. So this table is not finalized from when it invented, because it was changed and revised time by time from its invention, and lots of scientists gave their tireless effort to make it a shape, and then after the latest design of periodic table has been considered by UPAC, the International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry, and this is this. And of course we need to know that the characteristics of the periodic table. Students of English versions and Cadet college, you know that this is the basic of chemistry, and in my previous class I already said that you need to understand the periodic table confidently and errorlessly, so that you can understand the properties of elements, the reaction types, and what the main things of chemistry, so that then the starting of next classes, the next chapters would be much more easier. So now if you look at the periodic table, and of course it is given in your book, you know that there are some horizontal rows and the vertical columns in this periodic table. But in case of periodic table, we say that these horizontal rows is called the period. It's called the period. And these vertical columns are called the group. These vertical columns are called group. So if we say this vertical column is actually group. So if we see closely to this periodic table, how many periods and how many groups are there in this periodic table? So we see that there are 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 periods and 18 vertical columns in this periodic table. So we can say that in this case we have 7 periods and 18 groups in this periodic table. So that in this video is about the characteristics of the periodic table. So at first I gave the definition of periodic table, and then I'm just going sequentially regarding the characteristics of the periodic table. So first one, we see that we have 7 periods plus 18 groups. So we'll talk about these groups and these periods next. So we have 7 periods and 18 groups. Now if you see that how many elements are in period 1. So you see that in first period there are 2 elements only, that is hydrogen and helium. But in second and third, in both cases there are 8 elements each, 2 and 6, 2 and 6. So we see that in period 1, 2 elements, period 2 and 3, 8 elements each. In period 4, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have 18 elements in period 4 and 5. So, but in number 6, there is something different, because we know that there are 18 vertical columns in every groups. So you see that in this period, in this number 6 and 7 period, it looks like there are 18 vertical columns and 18 spaces, but this is actually the lanthanide series, and this is actually the actinide series, and each series there are 15 elements. There are 15 elements. So this one space, it means there are 15 elements, and also in this space it means there are 15 elements also. So if you have 15 and 17, then the summation is 32. So what we can say? We can say that in periods number 1, we have 2 elements. In periods number 2 and 3, we have 8 elements each. In periods number 4 and 5, we have 18 elements. And in periods number 6 and 7, we have 32 elements. And hence, these 118 elements are arranged. So it's not about memorizing, it's about if you understand, if you see closely this periodic table, you will have the quantitative idea regarding these periods and tables. So what you need to know, that number 2, the number of elements, in case of number of elements in period, then you got some idea that number 1, we have 2 elements, number 2 and 3, we have 8 elements, number 4 and 5, we must put and 5, we have 18 elements, and number 6 and 7, we have 32 elements in this periodic table each. So 8 elements each, 18 elements each, and 32 elements each. So now if we look at the group number of elements in group. Okay, so now what we see? We see that this is the group number 1, and you know already that those elements are in same group. They will have the similar number of characteristics and similar number of chemical and even physical properties. Like you see, this is group number 1. So this group number 1, we have 7 elements. So hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. So these are the elements in group 1. So we see that number of elements in group 1. So we see that in group 1 we have 7 elements, and you must know this group 1, these 7 elements is known as very active metal group, which is called alkaline metal group. So we say this is alkaline metal group, alkaline metal. So you see these 7 elements is in group 1, and they will have definitely the similar physical and chemical properties. Group number 1. If you see group number 2, there is again similarity of these group number 2, and in group number 2 we have 6 elements. In group number 2 we have 6 elements, and these are called alkaline earth metal or earth alkaline metal. So you can say earth alkaline metal, So I'll come up with these things again with more elaborations next, but I'm just talking about the characteristics of the periodic table. So you see group 1, 7, group 2, 6. In group 3 we have 32 elements. Why? Because you see here 15, the lanthanide series, and then this is also lanthanide series. Both two space accumulation is 30 altogether, and here is also 2. So altogether you see in group 3 we have 32 elements, including the lanthanides and actinide series. So this is very important. Right now you see that from group 4 to 12 we have 4 elements each group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So from group 4 to group 12 all group will have 4 elements each. So we can say that group 4 to group 12, there is 4 elements each. And you see from group 13 to 17, there is again 6 elements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you say that group number 13 to group number 17, there are 6 elements each, and of course group number 18. In case of group number 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we have 7 elements. So group number 18, and this is called the inert gas or noble gas. So we have 6, which is called noble gas or inert gas. So this is actually the characteristics of the periodic table, the modern periodic table. So you see already. So I'm just repeating that what I actually said it earlier, that we have periods which is called the horizontal rows, and this is the vertical columns which is called groups. So we have 7 periods and 18 groups together. So in group 1 we have 7 elements, group 2 we have 6 elements, group 3 we have 32 elements, and of course group number 4 to 12 we have 4 elements each. From group number 13 to 17 we have 6 elements each, and of course in group number 18, which is called the inert gas, there are 7 elements in this group. So this is very important to remember the number of elements in each groups. Right now in case of periods, in first periods we have 2 groups, second and third periods we have 8 elements, fourth and 5 periods we have 18 elements, sixth and seventh periods we have 32 elements. So I hope you understand the quantitative data regarding this periodic table, and of course do let me know that do you understand that what I wanted to say and what I wanted to explain to you. I shall be very much pleased to see that if you understand my lectures, and if I can have a small contributions in your study life, I shall be blessed and I shall feel great. And definitely please put comments here in the comment sections, and do let me know that did you feel well, and please do let me know your recommendations. So this is the modern periodic table characteristics, and of course in next class I'm coming with the identifying the positions of elements in the periodic table according to their electron configurations. So take care, stay well, stay blessed, bye.